That's very suspicious. And I know what you guys are probably thinking. Why are you still with this man? Because I'm thinking the same thing. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jordyn, and welcome back to another Jordyn video. So I wanted to try this new series on my channel where I tell juicy stories that happen in school or off of school, and I try a new Starbucks drink every time I do it. So I kind of want to call it Starbies and Stories. Isn't that, you see the little rhyme? It's like, sorry if you hear click-clacking in the background. Draco has a little attitude right now, so he keeps click-clacking around because it's lunchtime, so he's like ready to eat. So I'm going to try to hurry it up for him a little bit. So again, it's Starbies and Stories, and I'm going to try a new Starbucks drink every week. So for the start of this series, I'm going to just be doing my favorite Starbucks drink, and it is the... how did I forget? My favorite Starbucks drink, and I don't know the name. This is the mango dragon fruit refresher. Sorry, like a booger got stuck in my throat. This is the mango dragon fruit refresher, no water sub peach juice, and it is, when I tell you it's good, it's super good. I love it so much. And it's perfect for a summertime coming up because it's like really refreshing. It's called a refresher, so it does its job. So let's jump into today's story. It's really juicy, and I can't wait to tell you guys. Let's just go right into it. So our first story starting out is a first boyfriend horror story. So keep in mind that everything is true, nothing is fake, because some parts might be like, what? So let's start off. When I was in 6th grade, I had my first crush on a boy who was in like 2 of my classes. And let me just say, I was very desperate for a boyfriend at the time because it felt like everyone had one and I didn't want to be the only one left out. So for one of our classes, my teacher assigned a group project, and we actually got put into the project together. And I got really happy because he was my crush, and I got to get his number because we put everybody in a group chat so it would be easier to communicate. One day, he texted me outside of the group chat and told me that he thought I was cute and he had a crush on me, but he didn't know if I liked him back or not. And when I tell you, my heart was pitta-patta, pitta-patta. I was like, oh my gosh, he likes me back and he's my crush. And from after that point, we just kept on talking. So let's fast forward a little bit. It's been like a week and we have been officially together. He's been my boyfriend. And I obviously, like I said in the beginning, I was so stoked to have a boyfriend. I was so desperate for one. So I was really, really happy, and I just wanted to spend all my time with him, talking to him, and doing everything with him. And everything seemed great and dandy until things started to take a turn. Quick pause. Also, if you see me looking down, it's because I have to write some stuff down so I didn't get sidetracked, because I do that a lot. I just keep on going, and I keep on going, and I keep on going. Then my mom started noticing how I started dressing a little bit differently than I used to dress, and I honestly didn't even think anything of it until I started realizing that anytime I would wear something I would like, he would be like, oh, that's ugly, you shouldn't wear that, you don't look good in that, and I would actually change. Which doesn't make any sense, because if I like it, I like it, but I changed for him. He would also make fun of my hair and say, I don't like your hair that way, you should change your hair to this, change your hair to that, and I would change it. And he started pointing out every flaw I had, and it was making me really insecure. If I pointed out something about myself and I was like, oh, I don't like that on me, then he would bring it up for the next few days and keep reminding me about my insecurity, which wasn't a good time. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit again, and it's been about a month, and the Halloween dance is coming up because it's October, and I'm really excited because I have my bestie and I have my boyfriend, so I finally have someone to go to the dance with. And when I tell you, I was really excited because I was like, oh my god, it's like gonna be a date, it's gonna be a link up. So I texted my boyfriend and I texted my bestie, and we were making plans, like what we're gonna wear, are we gonna match, you know, where are we gonna meet up. We were like planning, we were like, we're gonna meet up in front of the school, meet at this time, and I was really excited. But then I started getting sick the upcoming days of the dance, and on the dance my mom said I couldn't go because she didn't want me risking my classmates getting sick also, and it I was like, had a horrible fever and a horrible cough, so my mom said I couldn't go. When I told my best friend that I couldn't go, she was really upset, but when I told my boyfriend I couldn't go, he just seemed like he didn't care, and he was a little bit too happy about it. So later that night, I'm sitting on my bed, tissues up in my nose, coughing like crazy, and my best friend texts me and says that she saw my boyfriend, let's call him Jonathan. He saw Jonathan just hanging out with another girl and asking for her Snapchat. And at first I was like, maybe it's not a big deal, but then I just got a little suspicious and stressed out because he didn't seem like he cared that much that I couldn't go. So I got a little bit worried. So I ended up asking him about it at school, and he just kept rubbing it off and saying that I was so dramatic and that he got super defensive about it, and all I did was ask why he needed her Snapchat, and then he was just going on a rampage, getting like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, you make a big deal out of everything. And then he told me that it was just for school, but she isn't in any of his classes, so that's weird, that's very suspicious. And I know what you guys are probably thinking, why are you still with this man? Because I'm thinking the same thing. Quick pause. Also, the dragon fruit, it has thick like pieces of dragon fruit in it, and it's super good. Like, I love getting the dragon fruit chunks in it. And the color is really pretty. So the following week, my boyfriend just started kind of getting a little bit more mean and kind of more distant from me, and I just kind of thought, whatever, maybe he's mad at me, and I thought it was a me problem. I don't know why I thought that. It was super stupid of me. Usually, me and my best friend and my boyfriend, we walk home from school together, unless one of us has to take the bus, but usually we all three go together. And I found my best friend, and she said that she couldn't find Jonathan anywhere. And I was like, okay, where is he? So we kind of looked around the school, tried to find him. We were texting him, calling him, and he wouldn't pick up at all. And I kind of got worried, and my best friend just thought he was like, didn't want to come. But I just continued to look. And my best friend told me that she found him behind the gym with the same girl that was at the dance with him, and that he asked for her Snapchat. And when I tell you, I was like, wait, why? I got kind of scared because I was like, okay, one time, not that big of a deal, 2 times, what's going on with this girl? So then I went up to him and I was just like, hey, we've been looking all over for you, why aren't you calling us back, why didn't you text us back, are you ready to walk home? And he got like really annoyed by me and just started calling me like mean names and was like, get away, you're so dramatic, I can't believe you're doing this, blah blah blah, sometimes I just don't want to walk with you. So I was just like, okay. And then he ended up coming along with us anyway, so it's just like a little bit iffy walking home. And after that, things started getting worse. He would always make me feel so worthless and always just keep like calling me names, pointing out my insecurities, pointing out my flaws, and I just kept holding on because, like I said in the beginning, I was so desperate for a boyfriend, and he really ruined my self-esteem by always telling me that no other dude would date me, and that I'm lucky to have him, and that I'm lucky that he even wanted to date me in the first place. And he would also always make me feel guilty if I wanted to hang out with my friends other than him, and he would always say that, oh, fine, you can go if you don't love me, or fine, I guess I'm not your boyfriend since you don't want to hang out with me. And I didn't want to lose him because I was desperate, so desperate for what? And so I just kept cutting off my friends to go hang out with him, and that was not a good idea. And also, if I wanted to hang out with him but he wanted to hang out with his friends, he would get mad at me and tell me, well, I want to hang out with my friends, you don't matter that much, my friends are more important right now. And it would just like, he would be really hypocritical, and I just was stuck, and I would think everything was my fault. Sometimes when I did go hang out with my friends, he wouldn't text or call me back, and when I would text him, he would block me, and I knew that he blocked me because it turned green. How dramatic can you be? How dramatic can you be? And also, when I would be like, why did you block me? He would just be like, oh, it was a joke, stop being dramatic, you make a big deal, you explode everything into a problem. When I just asked why you did that, and I started to feel like he was the one that was exploding things into problems. Oh, I just got a chunk of dragon fruit, that was really good. Moving on, one day me and my friends were starting to play makeup and we were getting a little better at it, so we were like, hey, let's wear it at school. We had built up the courage over a few days and we just were like, hey, it makes us feel pretty, let's wear it at school and see how we do. And we put on our makeup on, we put on our best outfits, and we headed off to school, and I felt super confident and really happy. And we got to school, everything was fine up until lunch, and my boyfriend and his friends came over to me and just started like laughing at us and saying we looked way better with makeup on and we looked way ugly without it, and that we should just keep makeup on for the rest of our life and existence. This really hurt me because I don't want people thinking that I'm not pretty naturally, and it made me feel really bad. One of my friends actually asked my boyfriend, you don't think she's ugly without makeup? And he just laughed and said, she sure is prettier with it on. And when I told you I went home and cried that night, I went home and cried that night. Like 2 weeks later, I really wanted to break up with him because I was honestly fed up with it at that point. And when I brought it up to him, he just told me that I don't have the courage to do it, you're not gonna do it, you don't have the courage, and that no other boy would like me if I broke up with him, so I just stayed with him. For what reason? Like, he wasn't given what he was supposed to give, he wasn't doing anything beneficial to me. So like, why did I do that? Also, he would never want to take pictures of me and upload them on his Instagram, and he just like never wanted to talk about me or anything like that, and I was kind of suspicious, but you know, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but my friends kept pointing it out. One day, I actually went on his Instagram and I saw that I was blocked, and I was like, hold up, why am I blocked? And I was thinking maybe it's one of his jokes again, because like I said, he would kind of like joke block me on iMessages, so I got the burps, excuse me. So I thought it was like one of those jokes again, but I didn't think too much of it. I sent a screenshot of me being blocked to my friend, and she went on his account to check it out. When oh my goodness, she found that he was tagged in a picture of the same girl that was at the Halloween dance with, the one that he was found behind the bleachers with, or being behind the gym with. That same girl had posted a picture of them two, and in the caption it said, "Happy 1 month, babe." I was speechless, I was so speechless, and I was really heartbroken. I should have expected it from the beginning, but I just was blind and I didn't see it coming. I was so sad and I cried so hard. First of all, don't ever cry over a boy, because one, they aren't worth all of that blood, sweat, and tears for, and two, they're men. Ew, why are you crying? Don't cry over men like that. After that, I was just kind of like actually over it, and I didn't want to talk to him at all anymore. I just blocked him on everything, and I ignored him at school, and he would always try to ask my friends, can you talk to her, or can you do this for me? And they would also ignore them. Give you some friends like that, besties. What are we? For lifers. And he would always try to send notes to me. My friends would tell me that he would ask, hey, can you send this note to her, and they would just rip it up right in front of him. So I never got to see the notes, but I kind of don't want to. One point, he even tried to email me on my school email, and I just trashed the email. I didn't even open it. I think the title was like, please look at this urgent. I was so happy when school ended and it was summer because I didn't have to see his face and I didn't have to talk to him. When we got into school, I didn't talk to him at all. I just ignored him. I didn't even look at him. But he was in one of my classes, but he didn't even like bother me anymore and I didn't bother him. I know you're thinking that, girl, you deserve so much better. I don't know why you went through all that pain. And I know now. I just didn't know in the beginning. I was so desperate for a boyfriend and I honestly just wanted to fit in. But I guess the moral of the story is know your worth. So that is the end of the story, and I know you're probably thinking, I didn't even know Jordyn was dating. She never told us that she had a boyfriend. And truth is, that isn't my story. It was actually a story that someone sent to me on Instagram. So that was sent to me by a follower on Instagram because I put out, when I realized that I wanted to do the Starbies and Stories series, I posted, hey, send me some of your juicy school stories, and I got some of them, and this one was like the juiciest one of the ones I got. If you guys want to anonymously send me one of your stories, one of your school stories or not school stories, you can DM me on Instagram or you can email me, and my email will be in the description underneath. My point with these stories is not just to hear juicy stories, but if we hear somebody else talking about something that we went through, and if we thought we were alone, it really just like makes us feel a little better because we know other people are going through the same thing, and we can kind of help each other out by, you know, making the moral of the story, finding out the moral of the story. And also, like, it just normalizes the thing we all go through. Make sure to submit one of your stories if you guys have a good one, and I'll most likely get to it, or I'll try to, because I have a lot of juicy ones right now. And I'm just really excited for this series. Give this video a big thumbs up if you're excited for it, because I sure am. And let me know your guys' opinions on the stories that I send. Like, if you want to say, girl, you should have broke up with him, or girl, you should have gave him a chance, just let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.